And Joe, let's go ahead and take a look at our tail of the tape. A couple of men making their professional debuts here tonight in Los Angeles. Take us behind the numbers.
Well, you know, right here, we got two pro debuters, and you know, you really don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
They're both equally matched, equal size, but you don't know who's who yet. We're going to find out in a couple of minutes. You know, there was a time where you never knew who you were fighting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shrine Expo Hall here in downtown Los Angeles for PBC on FS1. Promoted by TGB Promotions and presented by Premier Boxing Champions. We are also live on the American Forces Network, and tonight's event is sponsored by Geico. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He comes in wearing the white trunks, weighing in officially at 120.5 pounds. Tonight, making his professional debut, joining us from Bakersfield, California. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Juan Muro Jr. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He comes in wearing the black trunks and the gold, weighing in officially at a ready 121.5 pounds. Also tonight, making his professional debut, he comes to us from Riverside, California. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Ezequiel Flores.
Second. Wait a minute. Chief, second. Okay, guys. Belt line's a little high here, Chief, so I'm gonna let him at the top of the numbers. He's good here. This thing's gonna keep coming up though, so he's gonna get to the top of the orange, all right? Guys, I gave you instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to your corner, gentlemen.
Closed captioning is available for tonight's telecast, and if you would like to hear the broadcast in Spanish, click over to the simulcast on the Fox Deportes app. A couple of pro debuters here tonight. There is Ezequiel Flores, no relation to me whatsoever or my brother. Juan Muro Jr., who has a 4-inch height advantage, Joe. As you take a look at Juan Muro Jr., and incidentally, in the corner of Ezequiel Flores is Jose Santa Cruz, who happens to be the brother of 4-division world champion Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah, not only is Muro a 4-inch is taller than Flores.
Watch the feet, gentlemen.
He's also a southpaw, which makes it a little bit more difficult. He came out in the first 10 seconds, and I think he landed a straight left hand already on Flores.
Now, Joe, you have been around and have seen everything and anything in boxing. Is there anything trickier than fighting a tall southpaw?
Yes, a tall, moving, athletic southpaw.
Okay.
Okay, that really makes it infinitely harder. They're just, you know, again, if you're going to spar, let's say 5 times in 10 days, 99 out of 100 times you're going to be facing a right-hander.
Yes.
So ultimately, left-handers, when they spar, they're going to be sparring with right-handers, and they get that advantage of sparring against right-handers and fighting against them. Totally the opposite of right-handers. You're normally sparring right-handers. So you got to do a crash course before every time you fight a southpaw. You got to bring in southpaws. You got to relearn it. Do a crash course. It's difficult.
No question about it. And right now it is Flores who's trying to get on the inside against Juan Muro Jr. Referee in charge, Thomas Taylor. 3 hours plus of fights here on a Tuesday night, taking you back old school. Ray Flores, Joe Goosen, Jordan Plant, great to be with all of you. Hope you are enjoying the springtime here in the States. And there's a nice right hand there by Flores.
Yeah, and that's what he's got to do. He's got to put pressure on. The closer you get to a southpaw, the less they are like southpaws. So you want to get inside and get close to him, especially if you got shorter arms and you're a smaller man, as Flores is. So he's got to get inside right now, or at least in the next round or so, and close the gap and do what he just did right there. Put that pressure on.
Under a minute to go here in the first round between Ezequiel Flores and Juan Muro Jr. Both men making their professional debuts. And now Flores trying to push the pace and press the issue. They tie up. There's a left hook on the inside by Flores.
Gentlemen, watch those heads, okay?
And Thomas Taylor warning them about, you know, being aware to not clash heads. There's a couple of straight lefts there by Muro.
And, you know, that's one of the problems with right hand. And look, you saw Flores go left-handed for a minute there. It kind of threw Muro off a little bit. But you're right about the Tom Taylor mentioning about not bumping heads, because the right-hander, left-hander, they will bang heads a lot.
Yes. They tend to do that quite a bit. Final moments of the first round just getting started here on FS1. Flores and Muro Jr. continue. We are back here in Los Angeles. Juan Muro Jr. and Ezequiel Flores. Joe, through the first round, what did you see?
Well, I saw that Flores really made his move, and I think he won the round because he put that pressure on, and it looked like he was doing what he wanted to do. Where Muro, I think, would have liked to have kept him on the end of his punches. He had a hard time doing that, so I gave that round to Flores there.
Do you think that it was the athleticism for Flores as he was able to use his angles and to be able to get on the inside and cut the distance off against Muro Jr.?
Well, the most important thing before you do angles, you got to have that head movement so you don't get hit coming in. And, you know, look, I mean, he's coming out of the Santa Cruz camp. They don't have him in that camp unless they think he's got something on the ball. So, you know, obviously they know going into this fight with a tall kid like Muro that they're going to have to see how he squats, and he comes up, he's squatting, sitting down. He's going to start doing that, and then when he feels the time's right, he's going to put that pressure on, just like he did there.
Good body shot there by Flores as Flores, oh, he gets tagged. They're going toe-to-toe here on this Tuesday night. I love it. The action is intensifying.
Stop, no punch. Straight back.
When you talk about how Flores is able to move well, I look at his physical attributes, most notably his calf muscles. He gains a lot of his pressure and a lot of the power punching from the legs upward.
Yeah, look, he's built solidly. He'll probably, at this weight, he's going to fight more guys his size than he will Muro size. That's really an anomaly.
Stop.
A 5'9", you know, bantamweight, super bantamweight, 22-pounder.
Well, speaking of anomalies, as I look ahead towards next Saturday night, May 1st on pay-per-view, Sebastian Fundora, 6'6", you know, fighting at 154. So that's another anomaly.
Well, that's even more than an anomaly. That's just freakish, because he's, you know, he's somebody, if I were on the other corner, I would really choose not to have my guy fight him. He's a very, very difficult guy. Not only is he tall and very awkward in that sense,
no punch.
He can really, really crack. He's really come into his own in the past couple fights, too.
Well, he's fighting a guy who can crack on May 1st in Jorge Cota, and right now, Flores is cracking, but he gets dropped by Muro Jr.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come here. You all right?
Flores was having success, and Muro Jr. unloaded a straight left, putting him down for the first time in the fight.
And that's the problem. Those left hands come from the opposite direction. When you're facing a southpaw, you're usually expecting a left hook coming from there. And in this instance, you got a straight left hand right down the middle.
And now Flores just going at it. They just continue to unload upon one another. Joe, in the sense of the significance on the scorecards, it's a 4-round fight. How big is this 10-8 round?
Well, it depends on who the referees had winning the round up to that point. You know, it's a point in favor. So if Muro was winning the round, he's going to win a 10-8 round instead of a 10-9 round with that knockdown.
Well, Muro has had a fantastic second round. It would appear, or it appeared early like Flores was having his same success, and then Muro Jr. unloaded that counter left hand.
That's right, and Flores just landed another nice right hand a few seconds ago. So he's still working hard. It's just that you got to be very careful with the southpaws. You really do.
Moments of the second round. Juan Muro Jr., 21 years of age, putting down Ezequiel Flores here in the second round. Joe, my goodness, boom.
See, there it is right there. It just comes, normally you see Flores got the right hand to the side here, waiting for the hook, but that thing's coming right down the center from a left-hander.
And 30 seconds later, this happened. And that is, look at this action here in Los Angeles, Joe.
There's that right hand towards the end of the round right there. That Flores came back after being knocked down and landed that great right hand. See, he was doing well in the exchanges, except hand placement is different defensively against the southpaw, and he let that slide.
Now a special hello to the third member of our broadcast team, Jordan Plant. Jordan.
Thank you, Ray. I was just over in Flores' corner speaking with Antonio Santa Cruz, his coach, and he said that he wants him to go to the body to work his way in because he was worried about him getting caught up top like that. And sure enough, it happened in that round, but they liked him to feint to the body, then go up to the head. So we'll see if he will start implementing that now that he got knocked down in that round. Ray?
Thank you very much, Jordan. Greatly appreciate it. Joe, do you agree with the Santa Cruz's telling Flores to attack the body?
Look, there's, you know, you want to hit anything you can, and on a tall guy, the body's, you know, right there in front of you. You don't have to really look too hard for it.
Exactly.
Now, the key is getting in without getting cracked, because when you go to the body, you're taking a chance at any time. It's a little bit more dangerous to go to the body.
So it's almost that old adage, you want to get close to the fire but not get burnt.
That's right. And Flores was doing a great job of it the first and second round.
He was. Well, for the most part in the second round, and then boom, that counter straight left put him down. And as we all know, the punches that are the most dangerous are those that you don't see.
Yeah, the closer you are to another fighter, the more that chin's got to drop into your chest and the hands got to come up. You just got to be really aware of where your head and hands are. And I think he lost track of that. That's what happens when you start flurrying like an amateur, you know. And these are like amateur fights. They're only one round more than a 3-round amateur fight. So you tend to, they're coming out of the amateurs, these guys. This is their first pro fight. So they're still fighting in a sense until you really work your way to that pro, you know, style when you start fighting 6, 8, 10 rounders.
Well, and also too, I think when it comes to these short of fights, I think they make for compelling matchups because look at this, they're just going at it.
Yep.
I mean, Muro is unloading punches from a variety of angles, and Flores is to be undeterred as well.
Oh, it's a great way to start off the night because the 4-round fighters don't have a lot of time, so they got to let it go. There's no being patient in a 4-round fight.
Now, this is not a 12-round affair. Not that there's anything wrong with that, as we're just over the halfway mark of the third. A couple of big shots. Thomas Taylor step between them. And a straight left that connects again by Muro.
Work out of it, guys.
Body work by both men. Flores trying to use his head movement under a minute to go. You could tell, Joe, that Flores is conscientious of using his head movement and angles more because of the price that he paid in that second round.
Nothing like that to teach you, you know, to keep your head moving and protect it a little bit more. And when you flurry, you have to have a sense of purpose when you flurry. It just can't be willy-nilly and letting your hands go and your chin popping up because that's where disaster happens. But right now, I think Flores is having a really good round. He's really banging the body well. He's listening to the corner. He went to the body, both hands, that left hook. He went 3 left hooks to the liver and then back with the right uppercut to the belly like that.
Oh, there's a straight left that caught him by Muro.
That's what happened. He pulled out with his hands down, and Muro's got those long arms, and he clipped them on the counter.
I'll say this, in the openings that Flores has given Muro, Muro has taken advantage of it. He's been accurate.
Well, you know, here's the thing. Oh, great left hook by Flores. When you think you're out of range with a guy like Muro, you not. Normally against a guy your own size here, you take that step back and you're out of range. Not against this guy. He's got an extra 4 or 5 inches on his arms.
For the bell, gentlemen.
Very true. Final moments of this third round between Flores and Muro. As the action picking up here, we'll come back with the 4th and final round. Welcome back to PBC on FS1. The taller fighter and Juan Muro Jr. having success against Flores.
Well, there it is. Look at that nice slip by Flores. He got underneath that jab, and he just fell a little bit short. Even though he penetrated deep, that right hand was still short. That's how long Muro is. And then, there we go. We got a little, a big miss by Flores. And there goes Muro coming back with the counter. Hands down, chin up.
And Juan Muro Jr., I mean, he has a 69-inch
Keep it nice and clean.
Is his reach. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, 21 years of age. He's 4 years the junior of Flores. And you know what? I've been impressed by the fact that he's been a sharpshooter in the sense that he's been able to connect on the openings that he's been given by Flores.
Absolutely. Well, look, he's probably had a lot of practice at that. Because guys have to take chances to get close to him. So he's used to guys missing, going for broke, trying to score against him, and then he knows what he's got to do, and that's the counter.
Well, Flores is starting off quickly as he is pounding away upon Juan Muro Jr. The feeling out process really didn't happen in this fight, Joe. I felt like they started off and they started, throwing bombs at each other.
There really isn't time for a feeling out process in a 4-round fight. There really isn't. Because if you lose that first round, there's only 3 left. It's, again, there's not a lot of time to make up for mistakes. So you got to get ahead of the game and get that first one in the bank.
And there's some blood from somewhere.
Yes.
I believe that Muro rocked Flores.
Yeah, he did.
Flores trying to get on the inside. They are just going at it here. What a way to start the night. 3 hours plus of fights here on FS1, brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions.
And they both had great moments. Each of them had really good moments in the past. Oh, he's going to get warned for a little shoulder? No?
And Joe, for the sake of the scorecards potentially, I thought the first round, the third round went to Flores. The second round's a 10-8 round. So in theory, this could be the deciding round to determine who wins this fight.
Well, that's absolutely true. I mean, I don't care which corner you're in, you need this round to win the fight.
Couple of pro debuters starting off their careers here on FS1. Ezequiel Flores and Juan Muro Jr. as we approach the 1-minute mark in this matchup.
Well, this might be the difference right here, just this last minute. See whoever gets the most punches in.
Who is willing to push each other to the limit and really unload.
Oh, that was a great left hook right hand by Flores.
You saw the head snap back like a Pez dispenser from Muro Jr.
Looks like a mouthpiece came out.
Time.
It's his second time.
Second time, man. You got to keep this thing in, all right? No coaching, just rinse. Got to keep it in, right? That's right. No, just keep it in.
Great work by Tom Taylor again.
I think one of the best referees in the business, in the sport.
Time in.
I believe me, he's what I call an old school referee. He stays out of it. He calls it like it is. He interjects himself when need be. Otherwise, he lets these guys fight.
Final moments of what has been an entertaining scrap between the 25-year-old Ezequiel Flores and the 21-year-old Juan Muro Jr.
Muro landed another good hook and kind of buzzed Flores with it. And another one. That right hook comes out of nowhere.
Listen for the bell, gentlemen. Listen for that bell. Stop. No punch. Stay back.
That's it.
Both men with an entertaining professional debut. How will the judges render their verdict? We'll find out in a few moments. But, Joe, no shortage of action in this one.
We ought to do a show with just 4-rounders all night. Obviously, they're the greatest fights out there.
I think that's something, an idea that you're on to, Joe. Let's see if we can make it happen.
Well, look, I mean, right there you see thrown, 287 to 216 for Flores, 80 landed to 64 for Muro. But it's about effective punching. It's just not about throwing punches and letting your hands go. It's about effective punching. Let's see who the judges think.
Ladies and gentlemen, having completed the 4 rounds, we go to the scorecards. All 3 judges, Damian Walton, Carla Cais, and Eddie Hernandez Sr. scored about identical, 38 to 37 for your winner by unanimous decision. And now undefeated, Ezequiel Flores. So, Joe, what's interesting, as I looked at the scorecard, the 4th and final round is what determined the outcome of the fight.
You have the scorecard.
I do have the scorecard.
What does it say?
So the first round, it was the first, third, and fourth round went to Flores. That 10-8 round, though, for Muro, but that 4th round was the deciding factor.